after a very testing day yesterday. It was nice to get off mark with a nice early morning bite. Definitely restored some faith in camp. Let's slip this one back, get the rod out, and hopefully there's time for another. Happy days. Well, good morning. It's actually the day after the first day. We had an absolute nightmare yesterday. So we arrived at like 3 o'clock in the morning so we could be first here and hopefully get first pick of pegs. As it happens, there was 3 other lads already here, which was fine because it meant that me and Ian were 4 and 5. Now there's 9 pegs on the lake and we were told 5 anglers. So when the bailiff told us that there was 3 pegs to avoid, we sort of thought that's all right. 9, take away 3, 6, there's 5 of us, we've still got a good chance. Well, then 2 more lads turned up, which meant there was 7. Now there's 9 pegs and 3 pegs that we were told not to fish. So obviously you can see the situation there. There was someone that didn't have a peg, which ended up to be me. So me and Ian have had to double up in a peg and fish 2 rods each, which is far from ideal, but we're here, we're going to make the most of it. And we did actually have a fish first thing this morning, which has sort of restored a bit of morale in camp. We're in, as you can imagine, a 1-man peg with 2 bivvies. It's far from ideal, but we're here, we're going to make the most of it. We've had a fish, that's 1 spot going. We've got 3 more spots to try and get working for us, so hopefully we can have a few more and yeah, really make the trip worthwhile. Just a little evening update. So still no fish for Ian and I, although we have seen fish crashing out in front of us, which is a great sign, because last night we see them down in front of the 3 lads that got here before us and were in the queue, and they've had an amazing day today. So the bailiff come round to ask if we had any scales over 60 pound, which I did. So I went round with the bailiff and helped him weigh a fish that one of the lads had caught, and it went 64 pound 4 ounce mirror. Absolutely incredible fish. And don't get me wrong, as anglers, wouldn't we all have a fish of that magnitude in our net? But to go round and share a PB with a stranger that shares a love of fishing, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Massive congratulations to the lad. So I'm back at the swim now. We've got our rods out. Like I said, we've seen a few fish, so we're confident of a bite. I think we've still got like 3 or 4 days. It all gets a bit crazy, doesn't it, on these trips? You lose track of time. There's still plenty of time to hopefully get 1 or 2 Attila Abbeylakes carp in the back of the net.
It's your first carp in France, mate.
After a tough start, a new PB for me at £42. It's what I came to France for, to be honest. Fishing northern waters. I don't get many chances to fish for fish over £35. So, made up with this. Absolutely made up.
The last 24 hours have definitely been the most productive. We've had 4 fish. Ian with a massive £42 new PB for him, absolutely blown away with that. And myself with a brace of 30s, low 30s, but the spots are definitely coming on. It's Big Fish Thursday, so a couple more days to go, a couple more nights. Hopefully we can ping out a couple more. But for now, how can you not be happy with these characters? Well, would any fishing trip be complete without bream? The first one of the trip, and in the nicest possible way, hopefully the last. Well, we're well into our last 24 hours now. And although the full moon didn't bring us the big common that we wanted, it did bring us a common and another bite, which after a really quiet day yesterday was a bit of a surprise. We didn't see any shows or anything yesterday. It was a very, very quiet day on the whole of the lake, so to nick another bite, we're happy with that. Well, our final night's here. We've done all right. We sort of had a bite on the rods every sort of 24 hours. So tonight I've put all my rods into that area at about 164 yards in an attempt to sort of capitalise on bites really. I've not done that all week. Just was happy picking up a fish and leaving them there with not putting too much pressure, but as it was the last night, I sort of thought, you know what, let's put all the rods there, try and capitalise on it, and yeah, hopefully we'll get into one of these bigger Attila fish.
Yeah, similar approach for me really. I've been out in between sort of 16 and 18 feet of water out to my right most of the week. There's not much out in front of me really, but tonight I'm coming in short with one rod at about 12, 13 feet. It is quite close in and I'm not seeing any fish showing there, but it's got to be worth a go. And then I've got one down the margin to the right, which is also in about 12 foot. It's not really been very accessible most of the week with someone fishing in the peg next door, but they're not in there tonight. So worth a go, see what happens. And like I say, it's been slow but steady, but hopefully tonight might have a last couple of fish before we head off.
We're going to get the barbecue on, have a barbecue, have a beer, chill out, and then yeah, we'll either have a catch report for you in the morning or we'll see you next time.